Dear students, matrices is the second chapter in the mathematics paper 1. This is one of the easiest chapter. I am going to cover few topics from matrices through these videos. Here in the first video on matrices, we are going to study some basic terminology. So let us first begin with the definition of a matrix. A matrix is a rectangular arrangement of mn numbers in m rows and n columns enclosed either in a square bracket or a round bracket. Then it is called a matrix of order m by n and is denoted by the notation m cross n. So let us see what is the meaning of rows and columns in matrix. Here A is a matrix with the elements 5, 2, minus 1 in horizontal line. So that first horizontal line is called as a first row of a matrix A. Then second horizontal line is line with the elements 0, minus 4 and 2. This is called as the second row of a matrix. So how many rows are there? 2 rows. Now let us see about the columns. Columns are nothing but the vertical lines. So in the first vertical line the elements are 5, 0, in the second the 2, minus 4 and in the third minus 1, 2. So how many columns are there? 3 columns, and hence we say it is a matrix of order 2 by 3. So whenever we denote the order of a matrix, the first element denotes the number of rows in the matrix and the second element denotes the number of columns in the matrix. Therefore, it is a matrix of order 2 by 3. Consider one more example. Here, the number of rows and number of columns is same. That means the number of rows is 2. The first row with the elements minus 3, 0. Second row with the elements 1, 11. Similarly, the number of columns is also 2 with the first column with the elements minus 3, 1 and second column with the elements 0, 11. And therefore, it is called as a matrix of order 2 by 2. See the third example. Here, it is a matrix of order 3 by 1. Why? Because there are 3 rows. What are those 3 rows? Here the first row is a row with a single element 5, second row is a row with a single element 2, minus 2, and the third row is a row with a single element 7. So in this fashion there are 3 rows and only 1 column, and therefore it is called as a column matrix. So column matrix is a matrix with only 1 column. Then in the fourth example you can see that there is only 1 row. The row is 2, 0, minus 3 and there are 3 columns, and therefore it is a matrix of order 1 cross 3. Then it is called as a row matrix. In general, for denoting matrix we use the notations or we use the letters as capital letters A, B, C, D, etc. And what is the meaning of matrices? Matrices is nothing but the plural form of a matrix. In general, matrix A of order m cross n is a matrix with m rows and n columns, and it is denoted by this notation. So here in this picture you can see that there are m rows. For denoting the elements in matrix, we use the small letters as A11, A12, A13 and so on, and that suffix that we are using as A11, 12, they have the meaning. What is the meaning? In every suffix, the first element is every element denotes the row in which it lies, and second element denotes the column in which it lies, and therefore here A32 is the element in the third row and the second column. A to N is the element in the second row and nth column. So in general, AMJ is the element in the mth row and jth column. To explain this concept more clearly, let us see one example. Here A is a matrix with the elements A11, A12, A13, A14 and so on, and in the corresponding matrix the values of those elements are given. So let us first try to understand the meaning of those elements A11 and so on. Now here matrix A has 3 rows and 4 columns that you must have observed, and therefore here we say matrix A is of order 3 cross 4. Now let us study about the elements. Elements of first row are A11, A12, A13, A14. Elements of the second row are A21, A22, A23, A24. That means here, as I explained you in the earlier slide, here in every element the first suffix stands for the row and the second suffix stands for its column in which it lies. So let us study about the columns. Similarly, elements of first column are A11, A21, A31. So here vertical lines denote column. So and second suffix denotes the number of the column in which it lies. So in the first column, all the elements, since they lie in the first column, they have the second suffix as 1, and as their row changes, their first suffix goes on changing. So one more example, in the second column, elements in the second column we denote by A12, A22, A32. So here the second suffix is 2 because element lies in the second column of a matrix A. Now here the element in the first row and first column is A11. So the corresponding value for A11 is 3. I hope you are following all this part. Then the element in the second row and the third column. So I am now taking the elements randomly, not in the order. So element in the second row and the third column is obviously an element A23 and its value is equal to 4. So you can just consider the corresponding values. A23 is equal to 4. Then element in the third row and the fourth column will be denoted by A34 and its corresponding value is equal to -2. Here I have made one mistake. It cannot be +2. It must be equal to -2. Now we are going to study some particular matrices or some particular types of matrices. The first type that we are going to study is a zero matrix. So as the name says, the zero matrix, which is also called as a null matrix, is nothing but the matrix in which every element is equal to 0. That means if all the elements in the matrix are 0, then that matrix is called as a zero matrix or a null matrix. So here zero matrix, which is denoted, is of order 2 by 3 because it contains 2 rows and 3 columns, and therefore we say it is a zero matrix of order 2 by 3. It is also called as a null matrix. Then square matrix, this is the important part. We will be using this square matrix for many other purposes also. So what is a square matrix? A matrix with the number of rows equal to number of columns is called as a square matrix. So here we have seen many examples where the number of rows may not be equal to number of columns in a given matrix. But if the number of rows in a matrix is equal to number of columns, for example over here in the matrix A, number of rows is also equal to 3 and number of columns is also equal to 3, and therefore it is a square matrix of order 3 by 3, or we can also say it is a square matrix of order 3. So in general, if a square matrix is of order n cross n, that means it contains n columns, n number of columns as well as n number of rows, then it is called as a matrix of order n. Now in the square matrix, what is important to study is the diagonal elements. So when you consider a square matrix, all the elements which lie along the diagonal. So here what you can observe that what would be a diagonal over here when you consider this square? Obviously the elements A11, A22, A33, they form the diagonal of a square, isn't it? And therefore these elements are called diagonal elements of a matrix A. In general, if A is our square matrix of order n, then all the elements A11, A22 and so on, ANN are called diagonal elements of a matrix. So here we have considered one particular example also. So what are the elements which lie along the diagonal in this particular example? So here the values are 3, 0 and -8. So here 3, 0, -8 are called diagonal elements of a matrix A, and remaining all elements are called non-diagonal elements of a matrix A. Now this is one more important type of a matrix, that is an identity matrix. What is an identity matrix? It is again a square matrix. Means for every identity matrix, number of rows must be equal to number of columns. You cannot have identity matrix which is not a square matrix. So every identity matrix is always a square matrix. And what is one particular thing about the identity matrix? Along with a square matrix, the particular thing about the identity matrix is it is a matrix where all the diagonal elements are 1 and all non-diagonal elements are 0, and such a matrix is called as an identity matrix or an unit matrix. So identity matrix of order n is denoted by notation In. Therefore what is I2? I2 will be nothing but identity matrix of order 2, and therefore it is a matrix where the diagonal elements are 1, 1 and non-diagonal elements are 0, 0. In the same fashion, I3 stands for an identity matrix of order 3, and therefore here diagonal elements are 1, 1, 1 and remaining all elements which are non-diagonal elements are 0. Now we are going to study one particular type of a matrix which is called as a transpose of a matrix. Transpose of a matrix is actually obtained from a matrix A. So let us first see what is the meaning of a transpose of a given matrix. So definition is, let A be a matrix of order m cross n, then transpose of matrix A is a matrix obtained by interchanging rows and columns of A, and it is denoted either by A dash or it is denoted by AT. So A, and on the top we write T. So that T stands for transpose of a matrix. So A dash or AT is called as A transpose. So how does a transpose of a matrix A is obtained? To obtain a transpose of a matrix, what we have to do is we have to interchange all the rows and columns. Means what? All the rows of a matrix A becomes the columns of a matrix in a transpose of A, and all the columns of a matrix A will become the rows of a transpose of a matrix A. So let us see some example. So this concept will be more clear to you. Here A is a matrix with the 2 rows and 3 columns. So here A is a matrix of order 2 by 3 with the first row as 3, 1, 5, second row as -8, 0, 7. So to define A transpose, what we have to do, we have to interchange rows and columns. Means now in A transpose, the first row becomes the first column. So here in A transpose, the first column is 3, 1, 5. So you can observe that it is the first row in A, and the second column is -8, 0, 7, which is the second row in the matrix A. So if A is of order 2 by 3, then A dash is of order 3 by 2, because here we interchange rows and columns. One more example. If A is a square matrix, so here A is a matrix of order 3 by 3, then what about A transpose? So here also rows of matrix A becomes the columns of A transpose. So here the first row of matrix A is 1, 12, 30. So that becomes the first column of A transpose. Similarly, second row becomes second column, third row becomes third column. But since it is a square matrix, the order remains same, and therefore if A is a square matrix of order n, then A transpose is also a square matrix of order n. Now consider an example where A is a column matrix. So A is a matrix with the elements 4, 12, -5. So what happens in case of transpose? Every column becomes row. So here there is only one column. So here in A transpose we are going to get it as a one row. So here A is a column matrix of order 3 by 1, which turns to A transpose as a row matrix of order 1 by 3. Similarly, if A is a row matrix, then its transpose will become a column matrix. So you can see in this example. Now, as I said in my message, at the end of every video you will be getting some assignment. So please try this assignment, and the answer key or the answers for this you will get in the next lecture. Thank you.